Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Boruto episode 89, and I have a freaking hair in my mouth. Got it! I was actually gonna cut that out, but I think I'll just leave it in. Fuck it. But anyways, guys, yeah, 89. So, uh, I guess good news. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think about if I have any bad news to do that first, but no bad news. Good news, guys. You can check out my Patreon video that I made if you haven't yet. It should be on my channel if you just go to my videos and check it out. It's basically talking about all the updates and changes I plan on making to my Patreon. It's basically just adding new stuff for you guys. So nothing bad, all good stuff. So make sure you check it out. I haven't really plugged my Patreon much, so the link is in the description and to my Patreon, or you can just patreon.com/Morthadon should work. So yeah. Anyways, Boruto. Uh, last episode, what happened? What did happen? Um, we had the episode before was when we had the red-haired guy die, right? Or maybe that was a couple episodes ago. We have Konohamaru is confronted by Mitsuki, which is really cool. I can't wait for that conversation, and now it all comes flooding back, right? Shikadai is with his team again. They managed to. Did they fully take down Kokuyo? I know they did some really hard hits, and he was in a wall, not moving, with his face cracked a bit, and he was still talking, but I don't think he can move, so I think he might be down. And then we also have Boruto and Sarada who are fighting. I forgot it last episode too. The Genjutsu chick. It was Kirara or something, or I remember last time I said Kikara and I was wrong. Something like that. Anyways, yeah. So that fight didn't really progress much. It was mainly, I think, them getting genjutsu'd, and then maybe they broke out of it, or maybe the last thing that happened was they got genjutsu'd, and now they're in trouble. Yeah, I can't. I actually can't remember if they broke out of it or not. But anyways, I'm really looking forward to this episode and seeing what happens. Hopefully, we get some good fights with Boruto and Sarada. I love when they work together to fight. It's a lot of fun. I just want to say Sarada punched something really hard. That's the only goal for me in this show. Oh, Akun died last episode. That was very sad. That wasn't last episode, was it? I don't care what episode it was, but Akun's dead. Long live Akun. He better come back somehow. They need to revive him. Make that be the only fabrication left. But anyways, let's get into this, guys, before I ramble too much. Alrighty, so like usual, get your footage ready. We're going to be doing timer-based, so pay attention to my countdown and get ready to start the footage. We are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Bam. Cool overview of the town. We might have seen it before, but I didn't realize it had all walls running through it and everything. That's pretty cool. Aw, tucking them in. What is he gonna say? Hmm. Oh, I saw that coming. Damn it. As soon as he said your weekend, I was like, oh crap. He's gonna say something like that. Your fabrications have developed will of their own. Okay, yeah, so their fight is done, it seems. But they're weak. Yeah, Gene's sad about Akon. Maybe we did lose Akon last episode. Okay. So they were semi-conscious, right? Sorry, I actually got like internally distracted there at the last bit because I just realized that I messed up pretty bad. I replied to one of my viewers' comments about Akun, and I just realized if Akun died last episode, then it couldn't have been that episode that he died in. I think it was the episode that he got kicked in when the comment mentioned saying like poor Akun, and then I talked about Akun's death before that episode even reached YouTube. Oops, me dumb. Do 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 do. That's like the one bad thing about doing early access is I have early episodes available on my Patreon before they get uploaded to YouTube. But then when I get YouTube comments, I gotta remember that it's an episode before where I am when they're commenting, and that gets a little interesting sometimes. Sometimes I mix stuff up like that. Do do do. God, I love that shot of Sarada with her eyes glowing like that. It looks so cool. Yep. So they're genjutsu'd, but aware that they're genjutsu'd for now. Is she gonna make them fight each other? That's just creepy. Yep. Interesting thing to say. You wanna just want a pet or something? A pet human? Oh. Hmm. She tried to use her Sharingan to help him, didn't she? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know why. I could see Boruto being controlled. Even though he is pretty smart. But I felt like Sarada would be better than this. Man. They are so lucky that she just wants to toy around. Or Boruto would be dead. Ugh. You guys need to figure something out. What can you do? Hurt yourselves, maybe. Can you move yourselves enough to hurt yourself? Snap yourself out of it? Didn't someone do that one time? Is someone gonna make it there to save them? The only person I can think of that could save them. Yeah, he's dreaming. The only person I think that could save them is that bigger guy, but he's injured, and I don't know if he's going anywhere. But all of our other characters are accounted for, so. Unless Shikadai's team is nearby. But. Hmm. Okay, he's. I thought he was in the tank. I'm like, he doesn't look like he's in water. But. I wonder if Oniki's gonna start to see them. Damn. Wow. He did talk about how his name meant empty before, right? So it makes sense. I wonder if he's gonna start to see him with a will and start to see him more as like a person, and I wonder if Onuki will like mourn their deaths. Because he kind of did when the red haired guy died, right? I can't remember his name. Kirara. Okay, I think that was one of the names I said in the beginning, trying to remember. And I still didn't pay attention to the first one because I was too worried on Kirara. Crap. Hmm. Oh, Noki, you have good intentions. You're just going down the wrong path. Unfortunately, you were. Hmm. Oh, jeez. That's not good. Is he going to be locked in? Well, no, the door lock is right there. He can unlock it. Yeah. Oh, wow. Keeping him from leaving. They don't follow his orders anymore. Does he have enough strength to fight anymore? Oh. He's still cracking a lot, huh? They still don't show us his mouth. Hmm. And he was supposed to be built to protect everybody. Wait, did we not get to see the conversation with Konohamaru? No, please flashback. Please flashback to that. Cacao, I think, is his name. I think you just said it. Mourning the deaths of your friends. Makes sense. For someone with a will! Yeah. Good words, Mitsuki. Oh, we flashing back to it? Or is this him leaving that area? Wait, does he leave? Okay. Maybe not? I can't tell if this is before he met up with Konohamaru or after. But I want to know what happened there. No, jeez. Did they already take one heart? Is that what was in that tank? Oh. Get to see him again. I can't remember what his name was. It's gonna be a friendly, isn't it? Yeah. Seki, that's his name. Okay, so he's not showing up to help Boruto and them. We know where he is now. But now Konohamaru might not be with Mitsuki, so Konohamaru might show up. Or Seki might show up if he leaves here or something. I don't know the time span when all this is happening. Like, is all this stuff we're seeing happening at the same time, or is stuff before? I don't know. Making excuses cannot be excused. Yeah. All right. You got this, Seki. Oh, that didn't take too long. He's already out of the tank. And Mitsuki again. These aren't the Mitsuki scenes I wanted to see, but it's okay. Oh. Is that an artificial heart? Or is that... Oh. I mean, she's definitely toying around because she's making them block and stuff. Whoa! Oh, is she gonna get summoned back? Oh, jeez. Maybe they censored that heart a little bit. She's such a weirdo. She put him on autopilot? Or... Oh, crap. Who's gonna save him? Or is she gonna snap out of it? Or... Oh... Oh, she used her Sharingan on herself! Oh, that was badass. Nice. That was cool. That was cool. I like that stuff, but I don't like this stuff. Yeah, I don't understand. I'll talk more about it in discussion, I guess, if we don't get a full answer here. Or I may have missed the answer. Possibly. But I have some ideas of why the heart looks like that. Rather than... Basically, my only problem with it is it's not red. Uh-oh. Mitsuki is the one that has it. Oh, crap. Mitsuki. God damn it, guys. They just watched that wrap around their feet. Couldn't they have jumped? I feel like he might have a plan because we didn't get to see what he talked about with Konohamaru. I'm confident that he has a plan with Konohamaru because we didn't get to see that conversation yet. I wonder if it's. I wonder if it's possible he could have sabotaged this heart in some way, maybe. Yep, well, these are definitely great creations, supposed to help humanity, and they just want to stand on top of the world. Oh! Yes, Mitsuki. Yes, Mitsuki. Let that thing shatter. Instead of a heart, you got a hand. Ah, that makes sense. Questions answered. I have a feeling he's not dead though. That's too easy. Like he's not. That's we gotta see Ku have a good fight to go out, right? Oh, poor Seki. I actually feel so bad for him. Konohamaru? Or is that Seki? Oh! Konohamaru. Now we're seeing it. Yup, yup, yup. Hmm. Yeah. Wow, so Konohamaru just trusted him based off that. I'm a little bit surprised, honestly. Like, I'm not, but I am. Nice. Oh, yes! The Tsuchikage! Oh, nice. Konohamaru saved her. Oh, what a badass. Oh, crap. Oh, there's three of them. And particle style. Oh. Jesus! Okay, so he can still fight a bit. Yeah. Takes a lot out of him, though. Oh, man. Yep. I knew Ku would stand up. Alright. Sekie is gonna be pissed. Is it over? Oh, it's already over! Damn! Oh yeah, I forgot there's a new ending too. Ah, that was such a good episode. The last two were great. Well, we're coming up to the end game of this arc, I think. So, I don't know why I was just thinking about it. I'm kind of wondering if there's going to be a time skip in this show, like between Naruto and Shippuden. Because remember in the first episode of this, didn't we have a future Boruto fighting someone with a similar power set to him? It was some, like, guy with black hair, right? That had the same tattoos or something that I think come from that mark that's on Boruto's hand. I still think about that every now and then. So I wonder if they're planning on a time skip at some point in Boruto, or are they gonna end Boruto and do like another series, but with a time skip, kind of like how they did Naruto and then Naruto Shippuden, you know? I don't know. That was just something I've been thinking about every now and then. Alrighty, guys, so that's the end of episode 89. Yeah, good episode. Man, I loved it. It actually took me a minute to. I don't know why, because it's kind of very cliche where if you don't get to see someone talking to someone, it usually means that that conversation has something to do with what's gonna happen in the story, you know? So as soon as I like realized we didn't get the chat with Konohamaru right away, Konohamaru Mitsuki, I should have known that it was gonna come back and be, you know, something, but I didn't realize until like it was happening, you know, or like right before it, but that's cool. I like that Konohamaru had enough trust in his team member to allow him to go off like that, because he basically, really, Mitsuki did not give him anything to go off of by that conversation, right? Like, he just said, you know, I'm doing this according to my will, or whatever his words were. He never said, like, you know, I'm planning on betraying the fabrications, or, you know, I'm still loyal to the Leaf, or anything like that. He just said, this is my will, you know? And so Konohamaru had to just, based off Mitsuki's tone and his, you know, the fact that he approached him so casually and stuff like that, kind of had to trust that, you know, Mitsuki wasn't going to do anything bad rather than stopping him right there, you know? I feel like in some shows it's mixed, right? Like, either the sensei teacher kind of character will trust their students like Konohamaru just did, or in other shows they will actually they will like not trust them at all, and they will go against, like, Mitsuki would be like, this is my will, and he's like, if you're not going to give me a better answer than that, then I'm taking you back to the village, you know, something like that would happen. And so, I mean, I do like that Konohamaru trusts his kids and everything. It reminds me a lot of the, you know, Kakashi relationship with his Team 7, you know? Trusting, you know, Naruto and Sakura to be able to handle themselves, and, I mean, even Sasuke back in the day when he was part of it, um, but I think there was, like, a lot of times where Naruto kind of ran off and did his own thing, and Kakashi kind of let it happen or joined him in the fight, you know? And, I can't, like, I can't remember any very specific times, but I feel like that must have happened before, right? Like, I feel like Kakashi is the kind of person that, like, if the village told Kakashi to bring Naruto back, he'd just be like, "Nah, I'll join them," you know. And and I don't know. That relationship is just really cool. I like that, and I do like that we finally have, I've been on Mitsuki's side since the beginning. Obviously I've said it multiple times that I don't think that he's gonna betray the Leaf. I think he has a grander plan, but I'm not sure what it was. And basically, I guess it was to just, I don't know why, maybe he didn't have an opportunity sooner. I guess he did just meet Ku not too long ago, right? And they had pretty far distance. So he's just been waiting to get close to their leader, and he finally had the opportunity here. And I mean, they answered my question about the heart. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't question it, but I guess they are fabrications that don't know much, so maybe they just don't know like the color of a heart, because a heart should be red, right? Even outside of the body, right? Like, I know there's some like pigmentation stuff like that happens, but I think it's red regardless, even if it's outside of the body, right? So maybe the fabrications just don't know that because haven't been around long enough to know what a heart looks like, because they had to take the heart from a person, right? It's not one that was artificially made. They said they couldn't do that, which is why they had to kill a person to in order to complete this. So it had to have been a heart from a person that he was expecting. But I was just confused by the paleness of it. I thought the options could have been that they were censoring it for the show. They didn't want to make it look, exactly like a heart, so they took away some of the color. And maybe I don't know if that's exactly what a heart looks like. They might have like reshaped it a little bit, but it didn't look as like, realistic. So I thought maybe it was like a censoring thing. And then I also thought that maybe they had to do something. Like, remember they talked about Mitsuki having like a curse mark on his heart or something like that, and they needed to like replicate it or something. And I thought maybe applying the curse mark is what gave it that tone color. I had all these theories running through my head during the episode, like, why the hell does a heart look like that? And then it ended up just being a total fake made of Mitsuki's snakes. So all my wondering was just totally dashed right there. But yeah, man, it was just so good. Like, I love the way it all came together. And I guess to talk about, I liked the whole fighting between Sarada and Boruto. I didn't know how they were gonna get out of it. I like how she tried to use her eyes on Boruto, but the person proficient with Genjutsu can realize what Sarada's eyes can do. Although I'm trying to remember if she's seen it before. How does she know that? Maybe she's just informed of how the Sharingan works? I don't know. But she somehow knew that Sarada was going to try to stop him with the eyes and made Boruto close his eyes. And then they proceeded to fight. I mean, it's very fortunate that she basically was toying with them. That's one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of in shows when they do this, is they make a character almost win, but for some silly like the bad guy should have won, but for some silly reason they don't, Like, I like seeing my characters strong enough. I mean, I guess we don't know in like the last second if the characters could have done something because it just didn't happen. But it didn't seem like when Sarada went like shing and stopped like right next to Boruto's neck, and she's like, no, I want to have a little bit more fun. Like, she might have been able to kill Boruto right there, and basically the only reason Boruto is alive is because the bad guy liked to toy with them, rather than Boruto being strong enough to break free or Sarada being strong enough to break free. Like I said, who knows what would have happened if they continued that, and maybe it would have gotten a little bit closer, and Sarada would have had the will to like fight through it because she didn't want to kill her friend. But it didn't seem like it was going that route. The only way they were able to break it was with her eyes. So I don't know. I don't know. So that is one thing that it does bother me a little bit. A lot of shows do it where they're like, there's a point where like the big bad has a chance to beat the heroes, and he's like, "I'll let you live for now," just because they're overconfident. They're bad guy villains, They know what they're doing, and only for them to obviously be defeated in the end, But oh well. It doesn't like bother me to the point where I like absolutely hate it. It's just something where I'm like, it's not the coolest choice for characters or for like a story to make, in my opinion. But I love that Sarada saw the reflection of her eyes, used a genjutsu on herself to break her free of Kira's genjutsu, and then was able to get a hit off on Boruto to release him, while just giving him a good little like palm smack to the gut. But man, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So Sekie's pissed now after all that with what Mitsuki did, because obviously he thought of Mitsuki as a friend, and this is a straight up betrayal, which might be an emotion that they haven't felt yet, right? Like they're experiencing all these emotions, like friendship and camaraderie between them and everything, and they haven't had to like, he's also like had like the sadness of losing Kakao and Kokuyo and stuff like that, but I don't think he's experienced anger yet. So it's going to be interesting, sometimes when characters are first developing their emotions, anger is one of like the strongest, and that might lead to some interesting stuff, kind of like I just saw it recently. I was catching up on the live action show Agents of Shield, and there's a artificial intelligence on there that, not really an artificial intelligence, but like a robot essentially that ended up getting emotions, and when the person felt anger for the first time, it was like extreme. I was trying to be like as spoiler free as possible as I could there, but yeah, it was that's just one example of, I'm sure there's many other shows that do that kind of thing where a character might like suddenly feel emotions, and then anger is, a very strong one that pushes them and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that was great stuff. Konohamaru trusting his team, Boruto and Sarada barely living but managing to get through their situation for now. Mitsuki's betrayal of the fabrications. Even a lot of the stuff we had with Onoki was pretty good, of him, flashing back to when he first created them, naming Ku empty, essentially, or a word that symbolizes empty and stuff like that. Just further showing how Onoki views them as just being empty, as something to control, But now they kind of have their own identity. I wonder if in the end, if Onoki's going to realize that before, these things die, or are they just going to die and then we're going to see Onoki like suddenly realize that he misses them, regardless of the fact that this episode he said he made a mistake, So Onoki's finally coming around, but I think there is still going to be a part of him that looks at these as, his kids, in a way, because he created them, even if it was in, a lab and not in, the traditional sense. So it's going to be interesting. I'm sure it's going to be sad when we see. I have a feeling we're going to get one more scene of Onuki kind of breaking down in the end of this all when, all the fabrications are taken care of, If they all get taken care of. Like, I guess there's still the possibility that Ku gets taken down. I imagine Ku's going to get taken down. And probably Kira, just because her personality seems irredeemable. But I could see a world where Sekie gets, not even redeemed because there isn't too much he's done wrong. He participated in getting Mitsuki, which means he did harm some shinobi, I'm sure, heading from the village to here. But I feel like there's definitely room for Sekie to be left in the story and left alive as long as Sekie can get over the anger and not force the kids to take him out, But I guess we'll have to see there. I think I'm leaning more towards the fact that Sekie is going to be taken out, especially the fact that Sekie is crumbling too, and he needs a heart in order to sustain. So the only thing I can think of is if they take him. This all ends, Sekie's still alive, and they take him to Orochimaru, and they just leave him there, and Orochimaru tries to help him, That's the only thing I could see happening where Sekie lives. I mean, there's obviously other options that I just can't think of, but the other thing is Sekie just dies in battle here. They fight, and Ku dies, Kira dies, and Sekie dies. Or he ends up, just surrendering, and he lives out whatever time he has left without changing anything, peacefully, but I don't know. Good stuff, though. I very much enjoyed this episode. I think that's all I gotta say regarding it, but I am definitely looking forward to how this arc wraps up, and I'm kind of excited to get into the next arc. I kind of hope. Obviously, don't tell me in the comments. I wanna see for myself when it happens. But I kind of hope that the next arc has something to do with Boruto's hand and Boruto's eye, because I really want to learn more about those things, and see some progression with it. Even if it's just like I'd love to see Boruto start to have some kind of control or some kind of experience with it where it boosts his power, and then but he can't control it right away, and then we get to see him, training with it and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think I've talked about that before, but yeah. I look forward to whatever comes next in this arc and whatever the rest of the show has for us. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Check out my Patreon if you want to see the next episode right now, where you can see early access stuff and all that at patreon.com/Morthadon, or the link is in the description. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.